Doctor of Management, and the examining board is consisting of Dr. Asim Al-Haj, Dr. Noha Nijem, and myself, Professor Zahir. As usual, you'll have 3 minutes to explain, to introduce yourself, bio, and then 15 minutes for the presentation. I'll be your main cross-examiner here, and we'll see how it goes. May Allah give you tawfiq, inshallah. Go ahead. Bismillah.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Prof. Zahir, Dr. Asim, and Dr. Noha. Thank you for being here today. My name is Dalal Abu Rob, and I am honored to present my research title, Introducing a Tool to Measure Transformational Leadership Characteristic of Nurse Manager in Acute Care Setting. It's a field study in Jordan Public Hospital. This research is part of my doctorate management program, and I appreciate your time and dedication, and I'm eager to discuss my research with you. Okay. Before we start here, a quick overview about my background. I hold a bachelor degree in nursing with master degree in health service management from Royal College of Surgeons. I've over 26 years experience focused on improving healthcare system and focused on strengthening social and healthcare system. I've led the project with the different international.
One moment. Dalal, 26 years of experience. How old are you?
47.
MashaAllah. Go ahead, sorry.
Yes. I've led the project with different international organizations. I was a deputy chief of party for USAID project. I were mission director with the WHO in the region, and I worked with UNFPA. I've during my last experience trained more than 2,000 professionals in healthcare in Jordan regarding to quality, patient safety, and assist more than 200 organizations also in Jordan and in the region. My international expertise include different countries in the region and in the world. I worked with the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Sudan, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, Kuwait, Germany, and Mauritania. And finally, I will end my career path in Qatar, inshallah, after discuss my thesis. Currently, I have also different international part-time job like ISQA Surveyor. It's the most accredited organization in the world, and the TIMUS Assessor is a Germany accreditation body, and I am consultant and surveyor with the local accreditation body in Jordan, Healthcare Accreditation Council. And personally, I am a mother of 5. I have 2 daughters and 3 sons. And the most favorite title for me is Zaid.
MashaAllah. Dr. Zaid.
Inshallah, Ya Rab. This presentation focuses on the introduction of a tool designed to measure transformational leadership among nurse managers in acute care setting in Jordan. This tool developed through a field study in Jordanian Public Hospital. The tool offers a systematic approach to assess and enhance leadership capability by addressing the critical need for skilled nurse leadership in complex healthcare environment. This research contributes to improve patient care and satisfaction. Through this presentation, I will discuss the background, methodology, findings, and implication of this study, highlight the importance of transformational leadership in healthcare. The study examined the impact of transformational leadership among nurse managers in Jordanian hospital, focusing on leadership development strategies, current skills assessments, and creating a transformational leadership toolkit. Key findings include 21.15% improvement in team cohesion and 12% in job satisfaction among nurse managers using transformational leadership. The tool indicates area need improvement in leadership style, communication, and decision-making skills, notably staffing, professional development. Senior management should promote transformational leadership and address implementation challenges to enhance patient care effectiveness. The core issue of my research, a lack of effective leadership among nurses in Jordan, contributes to difficulties in identifying proficient nursing leaders within healthcare setting. The research aim, the transformational leadership among nurses tool aim to elucidate the impact of transformational leadership on nursing practices and patient outcome. To create a reliable assessment tool to measure transformational leadership quality among nurses, facilitating their professional development and advancement. The research question, I have 4 research questions for my study. The first one, what is the role of nurse manager in implementing transformational leadership tool in critical healthcare unit at healthcare organization? The second one, what strategies can be implemented to enhance transformational leadership development among nurses manager in critical healthcare unit? The third, how do nurse manager perceive the impact of transformational leadership on the overall work environment in critical care units? And the last one, what challenges do nurse managers face in implementing a transformational leadership tool? And how do these challenges vary across different critical care settings? Transformational leadership is critical for effective nurse management, building on BAS and Avolio foundational work. This leadership style inspires teams to excel, ultimately improving patient care outcome. Research consistently links transformational leadership to positive work environment, job satisfaction, and quality care, particularly in demanding acute care settings. This mind map offers comprehensive overview of key empirical studies on transformational leadership in nursing. It highlights diverse research aspects including leadership characteristics, work behavior, healthcare outcome, demonstrating the multi-faceted influence of transformational leadership on nursing practices and patient care. While research highlights the importance of transformational leadership, there are still significant gap in our knowledge. We don't fully understand how this leadership behavior translates into improved patient outcome. Additionally, the influence of Jordanian culture on adopting and implementing these practices remain unexplored. Lastly, there's a clear need for tailored leadership development program to address the unique challenges of critical care setting. The theoretical foundation of my research ran for transformational leadership theory pioneered by BAS and Avolio, emphasize leaders who inspire and motivate their team. This approach differs from traditional transactional leadership by focusing on shared goals and positive work environment. My study built on this theory using the tool which I developed to assess transformational leadership among nurse managers across various domains. This tool is especially designed for the healthcare context, ensuring cultural relevance and applicability. The tool consists of 8 domains. The study focused on experienced nurse manager from Jordanian public hospital, especially in the ICU, intensive care units, and CCU cardiac care units. Using mixed method approach, quantitative data was collected from 364 nurse manager, complemented by in-depth interviews with those manager participants to gain deep insight for the study. As I mentioned, a mixed method approach combining interview, focus group, and quantitative questionnaires was employed to comprehensively explore transformational leadership among nurse managers. Data were analyzed using thematic analysis, statistical method, and SPSS. The result. This slide shows the socio-demographic characteristics. It's highlight that the female nurses in the sample is higher than male, with diverse age and education level, and include many experienced professionals from intensive care unit in public hospital in Jordan. And this is the demographic about their age, years of experience, education qualifications, and unit they work. Regarding to the research question number 1, the answer, the tool assessment evaluate the leadership capability using a 3-component framework, mean score, as you see here, standard deviation, and a category. The result show need improvement, moderately effective, or highly effective. In this question, overall the leadership proficiency is moderate with strength in decision-making, team building, and ethics. However, leadership style, communication, and conflict management require improvement. Nurse managers employ diverse strategy to enhance transformational leadership, conflict resolution, and team cohesion are most prevalent, followed by goal achievement and continuous learning. Other strategies include leadership flexibility, team building, mentorship, and clear communication. Question number 2, about what strategy can be implemented to enhance transformational leadership development among nurse managers in critical healthcare unit. The nurse manager employ diverse strategy to enhance leadership, leadership style flexibility, staff development, and continuous learning are key focus area. Other strategies include providing feedback and coaching, managing change, fostering collaboration, setting goal, recognizing achievement, and promoting mentorship and peer learning. Sorry, but regarding the question number 3, how do nurse managers perceive the impact of transformational leadership on the overall work environment in critical care unit? This slide illustrates the perceived impact of transformational leadership, with nurse manager reporting improvement in the team collaboration, morale, and productivity. Key effects include enhanced adaptability, patient satisfaction, employee engagement, and motivation, along with better team cohesion and shared sense of purpose. Nurse manager foster transformational leadership through continuous learning, staff development, flexible leadership, and mentorship program. Transformational leadership positively impact patient care. Nurse manager perceive improved patient satisfaction, safety, collaboration, communication, and adaptability through transformational leadership practices. Nurse manager in this slide face challenges implementing transformational leadership, including resource constraint, time limitation, resistance to change, unclear expectations, balancing leadership with clinical audit, and limit collaboration. Nurse manager evaluate transformational leadership success through performance outcome, collaboration, staff retention, and regular assessment. Regarding to research question number 4, what challenges do nurse manager face in implementing a transformational leadership tool, and how do these challenges vary across different critical healthcare settings? Key strategy employed by nurse manager to overcome challenges in implementing transformational leadership with their unit include improved communication and collaboration, overcoming barrier with clear messaging, and resolve conflict through mediation, managing resource and challenges, and addressing resistance to change. We'll also emphasize supporting team well-being and managing conflict priority. The logic model for my tool detailing the component and the process of the research. The process started with stakeholders such as nurse manager in healthcare organization and include input like the tool itself or the questionnaire, research data, and budget. The activity conducted for this study involved interviews, focus group, and data analysis. The output include detailed leadership analysis, recommendation, and report on team cohesion and patient care. This lead to short-term outcome like improved leadership and job satisfaction, intermediate outcomes such as enhanced patient care and new leadership practices, and long-term goal of continuous professional development and sustainable improvement in healthcare equality. The outcome of my study, the tool, Talal transformational tool, was developed to assess leadership qualities in nurse managers within critical care setting. It was refined through feedback from nurse manager and leadership expert and validated using both qualitative and quantitative method, including interviews and statistical analysis. The tool evaluates, as you see, 8 domains: patient leadership style, patient-centered care, communication skills, innovation and change management, decision making and problem solving, conflict management, team building, and staff development, and ethical leadership and integrity. This is the domain of the tool that I developed. Conclusion: the study on transformational leadership among nurse managers in critical care unit reveals 3 key conclusions. Transformational leadership significantly enhances patient care, job satisfaction, and team cohesion. The tool proves to be reliable and valid framework for assessing and developing leadership qualities, offering valuable insight for improvement and growth. There's a strong need for continuous leadership development and training, especially in critical care environment, to sustain and enhance this positive impact. The last recommendation. The recommendation include future research should focus on long-term studies to assess the impact of transformational leadership on team dynamic, job satisfaction, and patient outcome. Implementing standardized training program on conflict resolution, communication, and adaptability. Assess leadership effectiveness through objective metric like patient outcome, staff turnover is crucial. Additionally, ensuring inclusive research and training program by incorporating diverse gender balance sample will enhance the generalizability and relevance of finding. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dara. Thank you very much. Very nice, pleasant presentation. Okay, Zaid, let us start step by step. First of all, you went directly to transformational leadership style, and then you started your testing. What are the probable other styles that could have been used for your research?
Transactional leadership, it might good, but for the critical care unit. But when I go to the literature,
my question, one moment. Let me take the presenter. My question is, why did you go directly to transformational? I mean, somebody would say, look, when we are in the Arab region, we need transactional. We don't need transformational. So why? Oh, this is one concept. Another concept. Why not use mixed one in different levels and different applications? So what is your direct answer? And quickly, please, because I have a zillion questions for you.
Yeah, because the transformational leadership, as I discussed in the research, it includes a lot of leadership style domains, involve team building, involve innovation, involve empowerment, and this is what nurses need in their work in order to focus and improve patient care and patient outcome.
You did not give me a reason why you left the transactional. So it would have been very nice to say that this is the transactional attributes and this is the transformational, and based on the literature review or the interviews, a provisional pilot study, we have decided to go for the transformational. And maybe because we have a transformational attitude, this will be the case. This is my first part. The second one, about your case study, you should have a section in your works called case study. What hospital you did? When you say Jordanian Public Hospital, what is the name of the hospital?
Yes. I choose representative hospital from 3 regions in Jordan, from the center.
You should the title. You should have the title hospitals.
Hospitals, yes. I choose different hospital from 3 regions, from the center and the north and the south. You want some name? In Amman, Al-Bashir is the biggest public hospital in Amman.
Did you manage to get anything from Al-Bashir? Were you successful to control the situation there, to follow up?
Yeah, because Doctor, Doctor, I was the deputy chief of party for USAID project in Al-Bashir for 3 years. So I have all the situation in Al-Bashir, and I have all the relationship to help me to work with their staff.
Okay. When you say in your work introducing a tool, this is very big, I would say, declaration. Introducing a tool, you have this what you call T tool, transformational leadership tool. Now I've noticed that you mix up the word mechanism with tool. You mix it. Sometimes you mix the style with tool. So in order to be clear, we need to look exactly. Are we after? First of all, define what the tool is, and what is the mechanism of that tool. We have a tool called T-LAN, you call it? T-LAN? Yeah?
Yes.
So we need to know the mechanism. Now, in your conclusion, you said in order to have this conclusion, in order to have this tool, we need to look at the conflict management. I couldn't see where about in your dissertation that you looked at the conflict management. Is it part of the questionnaire?
Yes, it's the number 5 in the appendix, Doctor, the number 5 characteristic is after team building. Conflict management yes.
Is this in your questionnaire?
Yes. The tool is my questionnaire, yes.
Yeah, this is a simple question. Do you think you can measure the conflict management? I mean, how would you look at the conflict management in a transformational leadership context? How would you treat that in your mechanism, in your tool?
We ask 6 questions to measure their ability and.
No. You've been appointed to a hospital, and we would like you
yes.
to apply your TLAN. First of all, this is a very pushing question to me. You say in part of your answers or conclusions said improved by X percentage. How did you judge something that is improved? You are asking the people about a mechanism so leading you to introduce a tool, and then you say applying that tool would increase that by X percentage. You are discovering the situation. You are studying the situation. Now yes. To have something with that we declare the benefit, we need to study it in June and see it in July. So how did you judge this? This is not clear to me. How would you put this in a judge the benefit of this tool, while it is only I would say an actual recent study with no baseline data.
The tool concludes that it's reliable and valid measures to assess the transformational leadership characteristic in nurse manager. While this tool if you want to implement of transformational leadership characteristic to enhance their skills, and also they need other support to help them to practice.
My problem, you cannot say that this has improved the situation by X, while you did not have that. Okay, apply your model now. We'll come 1 year later and say, okay, it has improved the situation by X percentage. But go out, take this context out of your work. So because it is a misleading one. It's your prediction is not a way of analyzing the existing situation, because you have one situation. In order to know what is the benefit that being introduced, you have a baseline, you have a period of time, and then you have this. Okay. Can we go to the mind map here? A moment. Yeah, this one. Who did that? Which reference? Is it Dalal's or somebody
else? No, it's mine. I do all the literature review that I studied during preparing the thesis.
والله العظيم.
والله. دكتور أنا شاطرة بهاي الأشياء أصلاً طبيعة شغلي.
أنا عارفة. ما هو أنا عشان لأنك شاطر. أنا عجبني المايند ماب هي وعجبني التلخيص. I like the summary of all literature. And because I like it, I want to make sure that you've done it. But be careful, Dalal. I'll be looking, I'll be digging to see if somebody else has done this before. So you have another chance. Is this your work?
أكيد. وهلا بدك بعمل لك زيه كمان. أعطيني أياتها دوكيومنت ساعة بكون عملته.
الله يخليك. Okay, let us compare all of these. Now we are talking about studies on transformational leadership in nursing. Now, what is common between all of these, I would say, authors or references? What is common?
The common that they link between the leadership style or characteristics and the outcome on patient and in patient setting, especially for nursing in critical care unit.
Okay. Now, if you want to ask you about the the title of your research and to see in response to your answer. Now you said here the tool to measure transformational leadership characteristics of nurse managers, but you did not put in your title or in your conclusion, in your mind, what will be the effect on the victim here, on the patient, on the customer. So, okay, I introduced a transformational leadership. I introduced the tool for the managers, but for what? We need to say for what. It's not a practice that we want to enjoy. It is a practice that we want to endure to the people so that they can produce a better healthcare. And this is what you said just now. When I say what's common, you said X would lead to, when I say TLAN or whatever, we would go for that. Is that clear?
Doctor, it's not mentioned in the title, but in the first part of the thesis, it's mentioned because
I know. Because it is mentioned, Dalal, because it is mentioned there, find 2 words in the title so that it would connect it to the output. This is input. Okay. This is organizational work of doing it. This is a leadership style that you've selected. So let us add the 2 words and make it to patient care, better patient care, whatever is needed. Okay, I'll go for the last page because I've taken much time. Did you see anybody else done this tool? Because there are lots of tools around. No?
No. For the transformational leadership in nursing, especially in our region, no.
Okay, what is that? Your model here? One moment. Not this one. Come on, I think we have more than this, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, yes.
One moment.
Before last slide.
I know, I'm looking for that. Yeah, this one. Okay, now when you, let us look at the middle one, and this is my final question. Okay. When you say a tool, Dalal, we have decided to appoint you as the managing director of X hospital, of Al-Bashir Hospital, and with of nursing side. We would like to apply your tool, TLAN tool. Can you tell us what would you do in steps, please? Say 5 steps.
Okay, first I have to introduce the tool to the population who I will apply it. Second, I have to.
Wait. Your population are the nurses, aren't they?
Yeah, my nurses. So I have to introduce the tool to the nurses, and also I have to assess their level or their skills toward this tool. After that, when I get the result, I have to work. It's a very important issue to work on to develop their leadership skills, not just to assess. So the tool itself will give me a picture.
Why on earth do I need to develop the skills of nurses, the leadership? I need to develop their skills. And the idea of transformational leadership is to transfer the skills, including the management one, to the lower or to the team so that they can perform better. This is the concept of transformational leadership. So when you say that I want to upgrade their transformational, their leadership, this is not the main case for the nurses. It might be the way they manage their patient, the way they have the technical abilities to their patient. It's the way they have the decisions and so on. Anyway, according to this also, let me ask a very one. Which one of those you consider as a main core for the TLAN tool, the transformational leadership tool? Which one of those?
All of them is important, but if you go to the patient outcome, the patient-centered care is very important. because this is what will reflected to the patient condition or to the patient situation of care.
Okay. All right, thank you, Dalal. I'm done. Dr. Asim, because you have trouble in the internet today, don't you, Dr. Asim?
Lots of problem in the internet is coming continuously. So let me put the one. I mean, you mentioned the tool, you presented the tool in your presentation, but I don't see it the same in the dissertation. I mean, the table of content, if you look at the table of content, it doesn't say, like, tool development, tool piloting, the tool, something like this. So it's not obvious in the dissertation. And this tool, you say that there are not many other tools of type. And if we put aside the application in the medical or on nurses, but this transformational leadership tool, where is it? Where it has been developed as well?
In my dissertation.
On your dissertation,
Sorry,
and
Doctor,
also from the literature.
From the literature, there's, as I mentioned, it's none developed this tool by itself. I go to the literature and develop the tool from scratch. I used to have a focus group, and I used to have expert reviewer, and I work with them to finalize this tool. And all of this process is mentioned in my thesis, Doctor, in different chapter. Also, after finished the tool, I do piloting for the same nurse manager, for 50 nurse manager, and I take their feedback. Yes.
Here on this slide, you say tool development, right? That's a title.
Yes.
Do you have a similar title in the dissertation?
Similar title? No, but it's included in the process. In the
this is part. This is the main point in the title, in your title, the dissertation title. You say introducing a new tool or a tool for so and so, right? And you say here tool development. Don't you think this tool deserves to be in a separate section in the dissertation?
Of course, yes.
I mean, this is the output or the outcome of your work. A tool. You say so. It's a tool. So you really need to focus on the tool. But to say, well, I covered it here and there, is not enough. So you really need to see it as the main. This is the main product of your dissertation. So you should have focus on this product, and then see what affected the product, if it is successful, not successful, how you tested it, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's interesting. I would like to see more of that. Is this going to be developed into a software or something, or what is the plan?
The tool?
Yeah.
Currently, it's developed, yes, and distributed on Google form, and used.
Say more.
Yes. It can be also developed by system.
Tell me more, tool. What else? How do you use it?
Doctor, just your voice, I don't hear. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Your internet.
I understand. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Tell me about the tool. How do you use it?
In my research, I use the tool. I prepare it's like a questionnaire and include the two parts, quantitative and qualitative, يعني open-ended question and Likert scale questions distributed using Google form. Dr. Asim.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
We can. Yes.
Shall I repeat the answer, Doctor?
No, he's not in now. He's out. Dr. Noha, go ahead, Dr. Noha, till Dr. Asim comes back.
Thank you, Professor. As a matter of fact, I had the same comment and the note on the that Dr. Asim was talking about. The whole thesis is about the whole dissertation is about generating or developing a tool that which I didn't find. Well, my understanding of a tool or a toolkit is that it's a form that is supposed to be ready to be used for
Yes.
the evaluation and assessment, etc. But I through the dissertation, I didn't find any, and at least there should be a manual on the preparation of such a form. But even this wasn't there. What was there is a questionnaire or a survey about the opinion of those nurse managers on how to implement or what's the best way to implement or to practice the transformational leadership. But the development of the tool that could lead to the development of the tool, to be honest, but the tool itself wasn't there, which is the expected outcome. The first thing I've done in your dissertation is to look for this tool, but unfortunately I didn't find it. Okay, you have all the information ready, so why don't you generate that tool? Now, for me, in order to introduce that tool, and you're working in developing programs, you know that you cannot apply a tool until you examine that tool, you test it. So if
Yes.
you're proposing a tool, then you have this sample, you have the group of people. So in order to introduce a tool for us, you have to tell us that this tool was tested on this group of people, and it proved such with a certain percentage. Okay, so I would use that tool. So that I would say that you have introduced or developed a practical tool. Okay, so even if you generate a tool or you develop a certain tool, you have to test that tool on the same group. So you would see if it satisfies their opinion of a successful transformational leadership assessment or not. Okay, so that's a part of your dissertation that has to be added at some point. In the introduction, in the abstract, you've mentioned that the objectives include examining the implementation of transformational leadership tools. Have you done that in your dissertation?
Yes.
What
Yes.
are these tools? Can you list those tools for me, please?
Yes, it's in the appendix. The tool is in the appendix, and the result in the question number 1 of the. Okay, shall I, Dr. Zahir? Can you help me just to move the slide to the question number 1? Answer of the question number 1 of the thesis. This is the result of the tool implementation in the 364
You can move the slide.
minutes.
Yeah, Dalal, you can move the
okay.
slide if you wish it.
Okay, Doctor. This one. Oh, sorry. This is the answer. So the leadership style assessment need improvement, communication skills need improvement, decision making moderately effective, team building and staff development moderately effective, conflict management
These
need
are
improvement.
components of a tool. Am I right,
Yes.
Professor Zahir? These are not the tools. These are components of a tool.
They are, yes.
So if you're saying that you're testing some tools, so you're examining the implementation of transformational leadership tools, then in this case, I would expect a list of those tools and a comparison between them, which would generate a new tool, which would justify the need for a new transformational leadership tool, which is the main object of your study.
Yes, this
clear?
is what I did. Yes, this is what I did. I use these dimensions and test them and make all of them as a tool to assess or to be used for a critical care unit in hospital.
Well, there is a misunderstanding between the word tools and or the word tool and the components or dimensions. That's my understanding now, because a tool is usually comprehensive that includes components that would be implemented, okay, or tested. But what you're mentioning now is some dimensions or questions or whatever that are examined in order to come up with a transformational leadership tool. What you're saying is that there is no transformational leadership tool tested in your study, in your dissertation.
No, it's
just the components of a tool that whatever would lead to the formation of a tool. It's just like using a tool to make a blood test. It's a toolkit. You've mentioned it's mentioned in your study, a toolkit. It has to be out there. It's ready to be used. We're not generating a new one until the old one is really bad. So you have to test the old tools in order to generate a new one, and they prove failure. Okay, so there's what's your background, Dalal?
Nursing.
Okay, and your master's degree?
Health service management.
Okay. Okay. So in health management, healthcare management, you should have linked those scientific background with the managerial skills. I'm talking from a research perspective. But yeah, I was looking for the tool. It wasn't there. From a management point of view, I would like to have a reliable tool to assess the work in the department, which I was expecting from your work, but I didn't find it. Okay.
Yeah, but I have a proof the reliability and validity for the development of this tool in my thesis. And also I describe all the process that I go within development of the process and mention that there's phases in the development include subject matter expert and peer review and
that
tested.
shows a shortage, and it's not something bad, but it shows a shortage in your dissertation. Yeah, like you've gone through the whole process, but at the end you have to present that tool. You have all the information to generate that tool. So why don't you generate it? Okay. So the concept of a tool is a ready to use
Yes.
form to evaluate or assess the transformational leadership practice. Okay.
And
that's
the
what
dimension
I would expect
tested.
from you.
And the dimension of the tool tested and have a result. So I don't know. Okay.
I don't know. Do you
It
get
has,
my point, Professor Zahar?
Yeah. Dalal, what you've tested, the potential of using the tool, not the effectiveness. Because you asked people, what do you think if we do 1, 2, 2, 3? They told you it's okay. The tool to us is a general box that needs inside the mechanism, needs inside the readiness needed for the work, and all of this could be a tool, but it needs also the way to implement so that it can be measured. What is Dr. Noha
It
saying?
has to be
Okay,
proven. Yeah, it has to be proven efficiency when applied.
Yes. Okay, Dr. Asim, welcome back. Go ahead, Dr. Asim.
Thank you. Although I missed most of the discussion, but I think I also I got the gist of it. It's a tool. We need to see the tool and see some application of that. It's an interesting one. I like the idea. I like the topic, and I think it will be a seed for future for future work, again including related to AI and other applications. Okay, that's
it. Dr. Asim, your mic is off. Yeah. So anything else, Dr. Asim?
Yeah, that's all. That's it. That's fine.
Okay. Stay around, Dalal. We will convene and come back to you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Asim, Dr. Noha. And we'll come back to you. 1 minute. Thank you. Salam.
مش جديده يعني، ولما عدلنا على انها شك هيك تصير وجيناكم اياها، ما كان في اي اقتراح تكون لسه يعني نحكي على اساس نحدد شو الكاتيجوري تاع الادويه.
استنى بالنتيجة. شوفوك، تعال حد تعال. أنا تطلع النتيجة.
طيب, we have reconvened again. Dr. Asim has difficulty in his internet, but he was part of the discussion. And now it's okay. Let us first know who is beside you, Dalal. Who is that?
أبو زيد. My husband أبو زيد.
هات وشك لجاي يا زيد، خلينا نشوفك. تعال.
أبو زيد. أبو زيد. أبو زيد.
نعرف. How are you, أبو زيد? How are you, أبو زيد؟ كيف حالك؟
Thank you.
الله يعطيك العافية. أكيد يعني الدلالة
الله
تعبتوا في
يعافيك.
البيت
لا بالعكس، احنا سنجلها. الله يبارك فيكم جميعا.
طيب انتظر حتى تسمع القرار يا أخي أبو زيد.
إن شاء الله. الله يعطيكم العافية.
وين زيد والجماعة الباقيين وينهم؟
لا طلعناهم يعني.
يلا بسيطة إن شاء الله. أوكي. إحنا we are reconvening again. Dr. Asim is with us, but they cannot use this video maybe because of the internet connection. We have discussed your performance, Dalal. You've done a good job. We have decided that you pass with minor corrections. So congratulations for being a doctor and welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dalal.
Thank you.
You'll follow up with me for a short time so that we can put some additions to your work to make it perfect إن شاء الله. تفضل يا دكتورة نهى.
على الأعلى إن شاء الله.
شكرا دكتورة.
تفضلي يا دلال، أي كلمة عندك؟ أم زيد تفضلي.
Thank you دكتور، يعني الله يجزيكم الخير for all the effort and support that you offered for me during this journey. ونسأل الله العلي العظيم أن نكون على قدر حمل الرسالة إن شاء الله رب العالمين.
Very good إن شاء الله. بارك الله فيكي. دكتور عاصم أنا وارد دكتور عاصم مشكلة عنده الفيديو كبير اليوم.
مبروك دلال. We're looking forward to the corrections and inshallah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks everybody. I think we will take a rest for say 5 minutes, Dr. Asim, Dr. Nuha, and then we'll come back to our fourth student. Our fourth student is Wafa Kawafin. So I'll give you the presenter to prepare yourself.